Interesting. Huh. So what are we doing? In a sense. So I assume we're playing with bridge, right? It's hard to mega turn with only one set of villagers and the draw being, well, I guess there's Stan with Shepherd, which is decent. So what do you want to open? So you don't want to play with Shepherd then, or what do you like? If you don't play with Shepherd, do you just banish two estates on turn one? Well, if your primary draw is Stan, then you don't want to play with Shepherd, then I would think you definitely banish here. I mean, I'm not sure you should play with Shepherd here. The slight problem I see with relying on the den draw to some minor degrees. That is not that much draw, and if you have to add swashbucklers, you're not going to be able to have too many villages, but I don't think it's a big concern. I can definitely see skipping Shepherd here. Like, sure, sure. But obviously, then you use up a buy for temporary benefit only, but yeah. So, what are you doing, Enchantress? How do you pronounce this? Surely not Enchantress. Enchantress? Like, how's it pronounced? jcthress. Okay, I would have never guessed that, but yeah, that makes sense. jcthress. Okay. Well, Goddard isn't gonna draw any cards, presumably, for ever, basically. Um, could be Shepherd Courtyard, too. But yeah, Courtyard isn't the greatest long-term terminal, but it does set up nice banishes, potentially. But what are you banishing? I guess it would just be coppers. So at most free. Well, yeah, I think Shepherd and Silver Courtyard is fine. I don't think you want to go with her that early, because kind of want to hit some price points. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna buy a bridge next shuffle, is my main point against Courtyard, right? And then if you buy Courtyard and have the bridge, it can get quite sad. So that would be my thinking of why not. Well, then next time banish coppers and then buy bridge, I would guess is your line from here on out. I mean, you can banish like a decent amount next turn, right? Assuming you draw the silver, I guess. We'll have to see what you draw here, I think. Depends on how. So do you want that den here? Okay. I mean, the next one is gonna be huge, but well, not that big, I guess. You only have 2 green down there. Yeah. The problem is if you don't, then you're gonna top deck quite a few green cards without a shepherd in there, so that would be quite sad. So I think I liked it then, yeah. Alright, so you can do that or you can banish 3 coppers. Yeah, I would have to agree. That's pretty damn strong. Oh, it's pretty sad. Well, you can borrow. Well, oh, you want to borrow for it. Yeah, seems fine. Seems fine. Next turn isn't gonna be the greatest, but yeah. I kind of need a bridge, but your next, like, there's only 2 green cards down there, so I guess you need to hope the shepherd finds both, and you find the shepherd if you borrow here, which isn't very likely, but I sort of don't see what else you're doing. Well, just, yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah. Yeah, the shepherd thing is not working. uh, Turns out banishing twist states is pretty good. Silver? No. Yeah, you're slightly underdrawing, but it doesn't make sense to buy it in here, because then the other buy doesn't do anything. Oh wow, you found your shepherd. That's pretty amazing. Oh, you might as well discard everything, it doesn't matter. Right? There's no point in having green in a discard. It should be completely equivalent either way. Hmm. Well, if you want another bridge, you need another village, and then you don't have a den next turn. Alright. So I might just do double den to have this turn again, and then next turn I'm adding village bridge, because that turn was a pretty good high roll. Well, I don't know if you need 2 dens. I guess you could do den now, then village now, and the next thing you do den bridge. That would also make sense. It's one of the 2 for me. Sad. Yep, gotta be. I mean, you could borrow for village bridge, but that's horrible. So yeah, just then. Oh, Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could borrow for it then, which is the other option. But yeah, I think I like the Shepherd better. Relying on drawing a one Shepherd early is not that amazing either. I mean, there's no way you can banish these coppers. This is way too expensive. Like, you spend the entire turn banishing those three coppers then, right? I don't think you're ever gonna, but... You're underdrawing one, but yeah. No, you're actually underdrawing two even, I think. Yeah, two. No, two. Yeah, but you have two Vault Villages and two Dens. Oh, we don't. Doesn't do much, right? I mean, it would be fine if you were ahead, but you're pretty fucking behind, honestly. So at this point, I might just do Village Bridge and hope that I get a good next turn, because if I don't, I'm dead. Basically. Like, if you do Den Village, like, he's not gonna have a full dot. So you're basically setting yourself up to always lose. In a sense, it's a good play if you were ahead, but given how badly behind you are, I think you have to rely on some miraculous draw where you draw everything, and then you need to get another bridge and another village here so you can have the highest potential turn. Even like this has the highest probability of being completely sad, but also the only chance of having a turn that can compete with what he's gonna do. Yeah, that would draw everything. Yeah, seems fine. What does that do? What do you want to borrow for? I mean, you can borrow for. Hey, we got the miraculous draw. That's insane. For Shepherd on top. Yeah, I really don't see much else. Like, you need those stands, so. Oh, I thought you said then Walled Village Bridge, but I guess you didn't. Oh no, you can't do two bridges. No, that you wouldn't even be able to play a single ones of the new ones. So. Yeah, and it's a good thing you didn't borrow. If you borrowed, you wouldn't have seen the last village. No, I mean assemble me here. Sorry. Okay, so piles are obviously low. Um, you each have 5 buys. Um, well, you definitely can't just lower piles. That's for sure, right? I mean, you have the problem where you overdrew one with 4 dents in play, right? Now you have 2 dents left. So, I mean, to the point where I consider banishing here, right? Because if we remove those 3 coppers, that removes a lot of that issue that we have regarding 12 eyes. And you would still have, you'd only have 3 money then. Oh yeah, I'm not, how much money would you have? You would have 3 money after the banish? So you'd banish it 4 buys, 3 coins. You could take one walled village without losing. It would open up a tie though if you don't score. So no, you can't buy province unless you're borrowing, which kind of kills the point. But you don't have the province, right? You just have to score somehow. Like, okay, let's say we buy village bridge. That would mean we need to. Oh, we would need to province in that case. So that's not really. Or I guess double that she at least. That's interesting. Fine. Well, they have a lot of money, right? Because they have all their coppers and 2 silvers. Like they have a lot more money than we do. Um, so you have to assume they can buy provinces. Oh, you banished 3 once, right? So, yeah, but still, you have a lot of money. Okay, so we're not banishing. Then what are you doing if you're not banishing? Do you buy shepherd then? Yeah, this question is to you. Like, do you could province, shepherd, walled village, swashbuckler, for example. Doesn't open up anything. You would have 3 green cards, 4 green cards even, right? Because pasture, so shepherd seems fine. Well, the last card isn't really important. Well, it's a den, isn't it? No, we only have 4 dens. We don't have any more dens. Ooh, that's rough. Next turn is gonna be pretty bad. I mean, there's no point in playing this, right? Yeah, so you're at a top decker copper than 2 green cards, I would guess. Well, I don't know. How bad is top decking 2 green cards with only 1 den in play? Probably pretty bad, right? Yeah. Okay. The last card isn't copper, by the way. That's not possible. You only have 6 copper because you start with 6 coppers and you have 2 free banish. Um, yeah, I don't know what that last card is. It's not a den. Um, no, it's not a walled village. I don't think it's a walled village. It's probably a green card then. Yeah, probably in a state. Hmm? It's not pasture. Anyway, we're not triggering that for sure, So in theory, our opponent can pile. Um, but again, whether they draw is not clear, right? So you have 2 options. Either you try not lose right now and hope they have a semi-dot or they dot down the line, or you go for a dot. and hope to draw with one dead in play. Well, that still loses is the problem. It doesn't even defend, right? If he full draws, he still. Oh no, he doesn't win. Sorry, only has 5 points. Sorry. Yeah, I guess it's fine then. Um, no. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Hmm. Okay, so Duchy would at least prevent the win. Um, you have 3 dens now, so next turn is actually looking decent. I would want another shepherd if I'm adding more green. So Duchy shepherd 2 green or something. 2 estates, sorry. Yeah, Duchy shepherd 2 estates. Yeah, well, if you do not open. I don't think so. Like, you're only gonna have 2 shepherds. I mean, you could buy another shepherd if you wanted instead of the estate as well. It's not clear to me which is better. You have a shepherd on top, so I'm leaning towards shepherd, but because you're gonna trigger the shuffle with a bunch of green. Oh, actually not. I miscounted. Whoops. Hmm. So now we also can't lower shepherds anymore without risking to lose. You have a lot of shepherds in your deck, right? Anyway, so I don't think that's a big concern. Well, you can do 2 duchies and 1 estate. Right. I mean, playing the swash later gives you an extra coffer, but loses out on draw. So how likely do we think we're drawing here? Because for draw purposes, obviously swash first is a much better. So how confident are you in your deck's ability to draw here? I'd be pretty confident, but yeah. So I would just shepherd. But we have enough actions. Don't we have enough actions? I mean, if you're drawing, then I mean, it doesn't make sense though, right? Because Swashbuckler in that sense draws villages if you play it first. So if that's your concern, because you're gonna draw a deck here if you play Swash first for sure. But the question is, do you draw a deck if you play Shepherd first? Probably. So I think I would Shepherd first, but Well, you have to play the Walled Village so you can play the Lost Bridge anyway. So the Walled Village has to get played. Okay, I guess now we just draw it all. Should get there, right? Yeah. Yeah, easily. Okay. Beautiful. And you can win. That's more beautiful than balance. So yeah, the coffer actually enabled you to triple, so that order was actually pretty important. So I guess usually you should count that out and figure out, I should definitely play Swash later, so I can win the game there, because that's pretty important, winning the game. I mean, yeah, I definitely like to. I definitely like to at least the later Shepherd, because banishing two estates is just incredibly powerful of an effect. So. I mean, of course you did. You also player two, so that comes into play. But like, the banisher enables him to have 6 stands and have more reliability and control the flow of the game, which will usually win the game if played correctly. It's impossible for me to make a general statement there. I'd probably overbuy Shepherd, but it's hard for me to say. It's very kingdom dependent, obviously, so. Well, Shepherd is at its best when you don't have to have it as your primary draw, though, or if you can set it up right. So, supplemental draw usually helps Shepherd more than it makes you not get Shepherd, in my opinion. Alright, anyway, you have to go to bed, right? Oh, alright. Well, thanks for playing then. I guess we'll call it here then. Um, sure. Alright, see ya. Thanks for listening, everyone.